welcome to this week's edition of the Butler Beat. I'm Kyle Inskeep.
And I'm Leslie Gardner.
The Butler men's basketball team is returning to Indy for an opportunity to play in the Final Four. Adam Rouse reports.
The latest stop on the road to the Final Four for the Bulldogs was in Salt Lake City. Saturday, Butler punched their ticket to the Final Four with an upset victory over the 2-seed Kansas State. Butler was in control most of the game, thanks to the tremendous play of sophomore Shelvin Mack and Gordon Hayward. The Bulldogs led at the half 27-20. The second half was filled with uncharacteristic turnovers. After turning the ball over only 23 times through the first 3 games, Butler turned it over 20 times against the Wildcats. Butler maintained a lead for much of the second half until star guards Dennis Clemente and Luis Colon beat it up. Kansas State came back late to make the finish interesting, but once again it was Mack and Hayward that stepped up. Hayward led all scorers with 22 points to go along with 9 boards. Mack added 16 for the Bulldogs as well. Hayward spoke after the game on how he was so effective down the stretch.
The coaches and my teammates got me in positions where I could do something with the ball. They really kind of flustered us there towards the end, but with 20 turnovers, which is definitely going to have to get better. But like I said, it was a lot of my teammates getting me in positions where I could score.
Head coach Brad Stevens believes where his team is at is great, but knows they can't stop now.
This is going to be a highlight for all of us, but you know, you're always moving to the next thing. And this program has been built on that foundation of, hey, where you're at's great. But a good friend of mine in coaching had a great line. I don't know where he got it, but success is having and excellence is being. You have success, but if you want to continue to have it and have it at a high level, you better be excellent.
For the Butler Beat, I'm Adam Ross.
The reaction on Butler's campus to the Bulldogs' win over Kansas State proved to be almost as monumental as the victory itself. The Butler Beat's Peter Rapazzi reports.
The Butler Bulldogs have made it to Indianapolis. They will be playing at Lucas Oil Stadium after beating the Kansas State Wildcats to advance to the NCAA Men's Basketball Final Four. Thousands of Butler students flocked to the streets following the win, forming a crowd in front of Atherton Union. Hampton Drive was barricaded by BUPD, and the celebration continued to grow larger and larger as students joined the local community to commemorate the win. The festivities did not end there. I'm here at Hinkle Fieldhouse, where just last night, Butler students were joined by faculty, local supporters, and the families of the players as they prepared to welcome the Bulldogs back to campus. A crowd started to gather at 11 p.m. and would continue to grow until 2:50 a.m. when the team bus arrived to the Hinkle parking lot. It had been a long journey, but the champions of the West region had finally returned home. Butler head coach Brad Stevens voiced the team's feelings about the crowd who had waited for and welcomed them back.
This last 5 minutes here.
Unreal. Unreal. I mean, my 4-year-old was asleep in my arms, and he woke up and he was looking at everybody like, holy smokes, where am I? But it's awesome. These people have always been great to us. We have unbelievable support, and you know, hopefully we continue to get that next weekend.
The Michigan State Spartans defeated the Tennessee Volunteers on Sunday and will be the Dogs' next opponent in the national semifinals this Saturday. If Butler wins, they will play in the national championship game on Monday, April 5th, against the winner of the Duke-West Virginia game. For the Butler Beat, I'm Peter Rapazzi.
The only story bigger than Butler making it to the Final Four is how every Butler student received a ticket to the game. April Fools!
Here's what really happened. The feelings of joy and excitement that filled the Butler campus this weekend were almost non-existent Monday afternoon. Not because of poor midterm grades or upcoming final exams, but because some students felt they were cheated out of a chance to receive tickets to see Butler play in this weekend's Final Four.
It just didn't seem organized enough and unfair to, I guess, seniority involved too. So I definitely saw problems with it to begin with.
The NCAA allotted the university more than 600 tickets that the athletic department chose to distribute via an online link at 12:30 p.m. Monday. The link was made available to a group of priority students more than 30 minutes before the rest of the student body was able to access it. Despite being warned not to forward the link to others by university officials, many of these students did just that. As a result, most of the student tickets had been purchased before 12:30 p.m.
Need to rectify the situation. I mean, there were many of us who knew the first people who got the email and could have easily been forwarded the same thing and gotten our tickets, but we knew that was wrong and it wasn't the Butler way. And so those people that sent it and the people thereafter, which just seemed to cascade, should definitely get their tickets revoked.
With the majority of students unable to purchase a ticket, those who were able to secure one were forced to contain their excitement.
People ask me, did you get a ticket? And I'm like, no, I didn't, because I know they're so upset.
After discovering the tickets purchased through a forwarded link and the individuals responsible for forwarding the links, those tickets were revoked and redistributed. The close to 200 revoked tickets were redistributed Tuesday through a link on the Butler Athletic website available to all students at the same time. For the Butler Beat, I'm Kyle Linsky. Not only were students enthusiastic about getting tickets, faithful season ticket holders were just as excited about getting their hands on a ticket for this weekend's game.
If you haven't heard by now, the Butler Bulldogs are in the Final Four. Season ticket holders, as well as Bulldog Club members, are taking advantage of the allotted amount of tickets provided to them exclusively. Fans waited in line for hours to get 2 tickets apiece for just under $300 a person. Jeremy Hooker was the first man in line.
Came here, they got ready for work at 2:30 this morning so we could get out here to do it, so and go right to work. So it may not seem that way in my voice and tone, but I'm thrilled, excited, and ready for Saturday.
From corner to corner, Hinkle Fieldhouse was packed with Final Four ticket hopefuls. Butler legend Wally Cox was also waiting in line and reminisced on his playing days.
Back to good memories. We played in the NIT, the first NIT Butler played in 1958, and boy, that was fabulous.
While some people stood in line, others decided to purchase Butler and Final Four merchandise.
We expect more Final Four t-shirts in throughout the week, some hats, and hopefully championship t-shirts.
Many fans were talking, texting, and reading to pass the time. The father of Butler guard Zach Hahn was also waiting for tickets. He is excited for the opportunity to watch his son play in the Final Four.
It's pretty awesome. Pretty awesome. We got to go out to San Jose. We got to go to Salt Lake City. A lot of fun.
As hours passed, fewer and fewer tickets became available, and by 4 p.m., tickets were sold out. Ticket or no ticket, Bulldog fans were still excited about the team being in the Final Four. For the Butler Beat, I'm Erin Masola.
The celebration is continuing, not only on Butler's campus, but throughout the city of Indianapolis. People gathered around Monument Circle to celebrate the upcoming game. Leslie Gardner has the story.
Like the saying goes, in 49 states, it's just basketball, but this is Indiana.
The city is raging with anticipation of Saturday's Final Four game. A pep rally was held in downtown Indianapolis to celebrate the Bulldogs' victories so far and to gear up for the game on Saturday. Special appearances were made by Mayor Greg Ballard, President of Butler University Dr. Bobby Fong, and Athletic Director Barry Collier. Mayor Greg Ballard made a proclamation.
The City of Indianapolis do hereby proclaim today, March 31st, 2010, as Butler Bulldog Day!
Dr. Bobby Fong showed his spirit for the Bulldogs.
And all Bulldog fans, can I hear you? Thank you for coming together to support the Butler Bulldogs men's basketball team in their historic first appearance in the NCAA Final Four.
Athletic Director Barry Collier shared his future prediction he received from a fortune cookie in Salt Lake City.
If you stay assertive, you will win the game. And I thought, Now maybe all the fortune cookies say that at that arena. I don't know, but I still have that, and I'm shocked. And then I hear shortly thereafter that Greg Ballard and our city ordered this weather for Final Four weekend, and we come back to Indianapolis, and there are thousands of people at the field house, and I just keep waiting for the sky to open up and the Lord to say, this will happen.
Unfortunately, the basketball players could not make it out to the pep rally. However, fans were pleased enough that Blue 2 made an appearance in support of the Bulldogs. For the Butler Beat, I'm Leslie Gardner. See what else has happened on Butler's campus.
We'll have stories on Relay for Life, Snooper Bowl, and Teeter Totter.